The Fortunes are an English harmony beat group, formed in Birmingham. The Fortunes first came to prominence and international acclaim in 1965, when "You've Got Your Troubles" broke into the US and UK top tens. Afterwards, they had a succession of hits including "Here It Comes Again" and "Here Comes That Rainy Day Feeling Again," continuing into the 1970s with more globally successful releases such as "Storm in a Teacup" and "Freedom Come, Freedom Go." In 1966, their manager, Reginald Calvert, was shot to death in a dispute over pirate radio stations. Biography. Originally formed as a vocal trio, Rod Allen, Glenn Dale and Barry Pritchard, backed by an instrumental group known as the Cliftones, the band placed an instrumental track on a compilation album, Brumbeat, issued by the local Dial record label, Signet, which was a working of Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake, and they subsequently signed to British Decca in 1963. Their first single, Summertime, was credited to the Fortunes and the Cliftones. However, the vocalists picked up guitars, jettisoned the Cliftones, and added Andy Brown on drums, and Dave Carr on keyboards. The follow-up disc, Caroline, co-written by the singer-songwriter and future Ivy League member Perry Ford and songwriter Tony Hiller, was used as the signature tune for the pirate radio station, Radio Caroline. The group's next two singles, Gordon Mills's co-composition, I Like the Look of You, and a revival of Look Homeward Angel, like the initial brace of releases overseen by the American record producer Shel Talmy, also failed to chart. Their fifth release, the Roger Greenaway, Roger Cook number, You've Got Your Troubles, 1965, reached number 2 in the UK singles chart and was a worldwide hit, including reaching number 1 in Canada and the American top 10. Their next two singles were Here It Comes Again, a UK number 4, and This Golden Ring, a UK number 14. These sold well, but each less than the previous release. When Glenn Dale left in 1966, he was replaced by Shel McRae. Three more singles, You Gave Me Somebody to Love, Is It Really Worth Your While, and Our Love Has Gone, all failed to chart. At this point in 1967, the Fortunes left Decca for United Artists. They reunited with Talmy for their next release, The Idol, a song they had written themselves, and although it did get some airplay in the UK, it did not become a hit. The Fortunes also recorded an advertisement for Coca-Cola in the United States. Their first recording in 1967 was a version of the theme tune, Things Go Better with Coke, but they are most remembered for introducing the 1969 new slogan recording, used as the main theme for Coca-Cola on both radio and television commercials. It's the Real Thing. In 1968, they tried covering the Moves hit Fire Brigade for the US market, but with little airplay or sales. In 1970, they recorded an album for the US World Pacific record label, and then signed with Capitol in both the UK and US in 1971. Then followed a steady succession of singles, some of which were hits outside of the UK and US, culminating in 1972 with the release of Storm in a Teacup, the Fortunes song. Quote, during this period, they had another worldwide hit, Here Comes That Rainy Day Feeling, 1971. Later work. Founding member and lead vocalist Allen continued fronting an ever-changing version of the Fortunes from 1963 up to his death in 2008. In 1983 and 1984 respectively, Michael Smitham and Paul Hooper joined Barry Pritchard and Rod Allen in the Fortunes. This lineup of the Fortunes were awarded a gold disc in 1987 for over 100,000 sales of their all The Hits and More album. In March 1995, Bob Jackson was added to the Fortunes ranks after founder member Barry Pritchard left through illness. Jackson, a former member of the group Badfinger, paid homage to his former bandmate on stage with a version of the Badfinger penned song, Without You. Jackson left for a year to follow other obligations, and Jeff Turton, who was originally a member of the Rockin' Berries, stood in for him. Barry Pritchard died from a heart attack on the 11th of January 1999 in Swindon, Wiltshire, UK. On the 10th of January 2008, Rod Allen died after suffering for 2 months from liver cancer. The remaining members of the band said they would continue touring and recruited the Dakotas' lead singer Eddie Mooney. During 2008, the band regrouped, recording a new album Play On, and appeared in Las Vegas, the Netherlands and Belgium as well as the UK. They toured Canada, the Netherlands and Sweden. In addition to the UK during 2009, the band had a busy schedule in the UK, Netherlands, Germany and Italy during 2010 and 2011, appearing in Belgium at the Vostedfeesten Festival in August 2010. Drummer Paul Hooper left the band in early 2010 and was replaced by Glenn Taylor, formerly of Marmalade, the keyboard player in the original lineup. David Carr lived and worked in Hollywood, California, doing session work, frequently working with Avengers and also Kim Fowley. Carr died on the 12th of July 2011 from a heart attack. Original members: Rod Allen, born Rodney Bainbridge, the 31st of March 1944, Leicester, died the 10th of January 2008. Easton Green, Coventry, lead vocals, bass, 1963 to 2008. Barry Pritchard, born Barry Arthur Pritchard, the 3rd of April 1944, Birmingham, died the 11th of January 1999. Swindon, Wiltshire, lead guitar, vocals, 1963 to 1995. Andy Brown, born Andrew Brown, the 7th of January 1946, Birmingham, drums, 1963 to 1977. Glendale, born Richard Garfith, the 24th of April 1943, Deal, Kent, rhythm guitar, 1963 to 1966. David Carr, born the 4th of August 1943, Leighton, London, died the 12th of July 2011. Keyboards, 1963 to 1968. Current members: Michael Smitham, born the 29th of July 1951, Nuneaton, guitars, vocals, 1983 present. Bob Jackson, born the 6th of January 1949, Coventry, keyboards, vocals, 1995 present. Eddie Mooney, born the 6th of August 1957, Stoke-on-Trent, lead vocals, bass, 2008 present. Glenn Taylor, born the 15th of February 1951, Leicester, drums, 2010 present. Touring musicians: Jeff Turton, keyboards, vocals, 2013 present. Former members: Shell McRae, born Andrew Rayburn Semple, the 8th of March 1943, Burnbank, Scotland, lead vocals, rhythm guitar, 1966 to 1977. George McAllister, vocals, piano, Mellotron, 1970 to 1974. John Trickett, born Birmingham, drums, 1977 to 1984. John Davey, born the 13th of September 1955, Watford, vocals, 1977 to 1983. Ricky Purcell, born the 19th of October 1954, Ruislip, guitars, vocals, 1977 to 1980. Paul Hooper, born the 20th of August 1948, Wolverhampton, drums, 1984 to 2010. Discography. Singles. 1963, Summertime Summertime, with the Cliftones. Decca. 1964, Caroline. Decca. 1964, Come On Girl. Decca. 1964, Look Homeward Angel. Decca. 1965, You've Got Your Troubles. Decca. 1965, Here It Comes Again. Decca. 1966, This Golden Ring. Decca. 1966, You Gave Me Somebody to Love. Decca. 1966, Is It Really Worth Your While? Decca. 1967, Our Love Has Gone. 1967, The Idol. United Artists. 1968, Loving Cup. United Artists. 1968, Seasons in the Sun. Le Moribond. Quote. United Artists. 1969, Ballad of the Alamo. United Artists. 1969, Books and Films. United Artists. 1970, That Same Old Feeling. US only. World Pacific. 1971, Here Comes That Rainy Day Feeling Again. Capitol. 1971, Freedom Come Freedom Go. Capitol. 1972, Storm in a Teacup. Capitol. 1972, Baby By the Way. Capitol. 1972, Everything Is Out of Season. Capitol. 1972, Secret Love. Capitol. 1973, Whenever It's a Sunday. Capitol. 1977, I Can't Believe It's Over. Target. Albums. The Fortunes.